have so much to talk to you about. Like, Don Lemon was just arrested. Klobuchar just announced she's running for governor to replace Tim Walz. I mean, millennials think that they're in the middle of World War II. But I woke up to this one, and it really bothers me. And I'm wondering if it bothers you. Another nurse, this one I think in Florida, just came out and surrendered his license because he said that he refuses to perform anesthesia on people who are MAGA. What do you think about this? Obviously, this is a theme, which is why it's bothering me. We all famously saw the other nurse this week talking about filling syringes with some kind of poison to go after ICE agents and trapping ICE agents at a bar and putting laxatives in their drinks and spraying them with poison ivy. And I would have thought this was an outlier, right? But we all saw what happened after we lost Charlie Kirk, and the deep blue hell of Blue Sky had people who, nurses, teachers, like literally suggesting violence against their fellow American citizens who were red. Are you alarmed?
I'm extremely alarmed. I also understand the historical precedence for this that makes me sound like a kooky right-wing extremist, which of course I am a kooky right-wing extremist, but it is true. If I can filibuster for a minute.
Please.
On your wonderful show. So struggle sessions, these are a thing that took place under communist regimes in Mao and Pol Pot's Cambodia. And what they were so often was they would grab some political enemy of the regime. Oftentimes they just made up a crime,
right?
And they wanted to punish him. But it's not just they wanted to punish him. They'd be in some village somewhere. They would drag this person out and put him up on a stage. Oftentimes there was a big production, and they do all the horrible crap that communists do, torture him and murder him and all stuff like that. But it was what they did to all the fellow villagers. You were not allowed to stay home. You not only had to go out and you had to watch, they would have their people in the crowd and they demanded you participate. You had to cheer when they were pulling his fingernails out. You had to participate. Neutrality was not an option. I had a conversation with my sister, actually, 5 minutes before I just got onto the show. I'm talking to my sister. She's up in Montana. She lives in Bozeman, Montana, where I graduated high school, barely. But they're doing some stupid ICE out thing nationwide. Businesses are supposed to close to protest ICE.
My kids' friends aren't
whatever.
going to school today. Yeah.
Of course. So what alarmed her was the businesses are basically being strong-armed by the local communists in the area if they're staying open. Why aren't you participating? Why the businesses just want to stay neutral? Hey, I just want to sell socks, some eggs, or something like that. No. Neutrality is not an option. We have this new generation of nurses, lawyers, judges, people at critically important places in our society who they're not just quietly a Democrat, which that's totally fine. They're not just quietly vote left, whatever, that's you do what you do. They are trained to be active participants in some sort of cultural revolution.
Yes.
And they believe whatever position they have in life, whether they're the public librarian or a nurse or whatever, that they have to use that position to fight as a soldier for the revolution. And normal people who don't think like this don't even know don't even know what to make of any of this stuff. And when you don't understand the historical concept of how that works and why they do that, it really freaks normal people out. I just want to go get a checkup. Why is my nurse injecting arsenic into my veins? People don't understand. And I sympathize. I feel terrible for normal people who just want to live a normal life around these savages.
Are you experiencing any of it personally? I'm starting to experience it personally at my kids' school, when I go to fly. I mean, I'm starting to, and it's making me a little bit paranoid, which I truly hate. But are you seeing it in your own life?
Somewhat. But what we've done is similar to you moving to Wyoming.
Yes.
A few years ago, because I lived for 1 year in Washington, D.C., it's a long story, but I lived in 1 year in Washington, D.C., surrounded by all these dirt balls. And we just didn't want to live there anymore because everyone's so freaking rude. No one says yes, ma'am, or no, sir. No one holds the door open for people. And we said, you know what? we're going to red America. And it wasn't even necessarily just about politics. I just wanted to go to a place where they said, yes, sir. You know, where people would hold the door, was please and thank you.
Yeah.
So we moved to red Texas. And then we've moved to one of the reddest parts of red Texas. And, you know, I want to encourage everybody watching this thing. It is a better life if you can. I know a lot of people can't with jobs and family and schools and things like that. I totally get that. Totally get that. But it is your day-to-day interactions, buying a cup of coffee. I just got a cup of coffee on the way here. And instead of being snarled at by some pink-haired freak barista cussing me out with her Che Guevara shirt on, it was the most pleasant young lady wearing a Jesus Loves You shirt, talking to me about how much she's looking forward to the weekend. Like, she wouldn't shut up. I just wanted to be left alone. She wouldn't shut up. She was so freaking pleasant. It's so much better in the different places where you surround yourself with people who share your values, that the little parts of life make life better. It's not just the taxes that make it better. Your day-to-day interactions are better.
I hate to admit that I completely now agree with you. And I am the kind of person that, let's say a blue-haired barista got in a car accident outside, I would actually be one of the first into the fray, calling 911, trying to be helpful. And what I would hope out of that interaction is that this individual is like, oh, that's Jillian Michaels, she's MAGA, or even though I'm a self-professed moderate. Having said that, I would hope that it's like, see, we're all people. Like, we're all here to help each other. We're in this together. There are absolutely bad guys that are going after all of us. And that would be like big ag, big food, big pharma, big insurance, not each other. But now I'm in a position where I go get a coffee and I'm worried what I swear to you, I'm worried what someone's going to put in it. All right, guys, if you like this clip and you want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want more content like this, you can subscribe to the show by clicking here.